Buying and selling miniature steam engines, Part 1. This is not as easy as it sounds. Sadly, a while ago, a good friend of mine passed away suddenly. He had a large collection of various model steam engines. His son has been in contact with me about disposing of the collection. A lot of them ended up in a cellar, so now they need cleaning and de-rusting, as they are tarnished and a few of them are rusty. Valuation is not easy, as some are good and others not so good. Personally, I would really like to buy this engine. I sold it to my friend in the first place, along with quite a few others, to pay off the shortfall in the mortgage of the house that I lived in at the time. This is the first Stuart model I ever built. It's a Stuart Victoria, way back in 1989. A few years ago, I visited my late friend and made a video about his collection at the time. These are some extracts of that particular video showing his collection. Quite a few of the engines used to be part of my collection, and some is bought on eBay. Most of them are very good indeed. One or two of them really need to go back on eBay, but never mind, that's just the way it is. Most of them are Stuart model steam engines. In the middle there you can see a Williamson engine, and various double 10Vs, number 10Vs, 10Hs, a great collection. All of them work, that's the main thing. This is a Brunel Models Grasshopper beam engine. This used to be mine and I sold it to him recently. This is a very large beam engine, and this is a very small beam engine. A Stuart 10H with an S50 behind it. This is a close-up of the Stuart Williamson engine. It runs very sweetly, no knocking or rattling, and it's a great looking thing. Underneath the table is the pièce de résistance of the collection, in my opinion, a Stuart 5A with reversing gear and water pump, and a James Coombs engine. All of these engines are in a temporary place, and very shortly he's going to find somewhere to put them that isn't in the middle of the living space. On another table in the same room, there is a Stuart beam engine that I worked on recently, a Mary beam engine, which is from Reeves. In the middle of the table is a really strange engine that he bought recently from eBay. This one's called a bell crank engine, and it's not terribly well engineered, but it's interesting to watch when it's moving. It's a bit rattly, but it works okay. The Vulcan beam engine, the Mary beam engine and the Stuart beam engine are connected to a compressed air line, so they can all be run from a small compressor. They all run very well. The Mary beam engine needs a little bit of adjustment here and there. What's yet to be done is to fit an individual pressure control to each of the engines to get them all to run slow. At the moment everything's on T-pieces and the pressure goes in down a common line. This is the Vulcan beam engine, a very nice looking thing. And to the right of the Vulcan beam engine you can see the new brick base that's been built for it. This is a nice old engine. It's an overhead crank engine, very similar to the Stuart Reel, but a little more detailed perhaps. Here are just two of the other engines that I worked on. I'll start with running this engine and you can see how bad it is. The flywheel is not exactly spinning where it's supposed to spin, it's wobbling all over the place. This is mainly due to the crankshaft being bent, and the flywheel itself is not really a tight fit on the shaft to start with. Here's a comparison with the Stuart Models number 10, so you can see this really is quite a large steam engine. The first thing I'm worried about is this nasty black stuff that's coming out of the exhaust, and also the way that the main bearings are mounted to the bed casting. This will definitely need sorting out. One of them actually moves as it's running. The worst part of it though is the bent crankshaft. This is a 3/4 inch diameter crankshaft, and it's bent in a place that makes it quite difficult to straighten. This is a very old engine, and the paintwork's not in good condition either. But once I've removed all the mechanical parts, the paintwork will be easy to fix. That's the least of my worries. This is a very well made twin Tangy engine. However, I did quite a lot of work on this engine and it really does run sweetly now. I'll leave the video of this excellent engine running until the end of the video. I'm currently in negotiations with the son of my friend to see whether I can buy some or maybe all of these engines. Time will tell. That's it for this episode. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching and I hope you found it interesting. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.